Hey, it's Dorleen, and today I'm working on a scrapbook. I'm using a sketch, and which I do like to do whenever I work on a scrapbook page, especially when I'm in a hurry or don't really want to think too much about it. But I'm using a couple of different papers, and I really love how they coordinate, even though they're not part of a set. I love the way that teal coordinates with the blues of this floral paper. But I'm working on my January month in review page, and what I do is you know, sometimes you have events during the month that may not warrant a lot, a full page layout or lots of photos, but it just has one or two photos. And so in this one, my husband went to go visit his uncle. Excuse me, he went on a road trip to Arizona and visited families, and they took a picture. And that, besides that was all that really happened that month, even though it wasn't something that I experienced, but I still thought it was worth the photo. And then you'll see in a little while the photo of my dog sitting there, missing him sitting in his chair. There she is right there. But anyhow, so again, I'm following the sketch. And when you follow a sketch, it does not have to be exact. And you'll notice there was a diagonal piece of paper that was kind of going across those stripes. I didn't really like the way that looked, so I did not choose to put that on my page, but it still is being inspired by the sketch, which is always really fun to do. I'm just cutting some mats right now. I've cut a few different pieces to, the floral piece is 11 by 11, so I cut an inch off on two of the sides. Those stripes are, I want to say they're an inch and a half, and then one of them I just cut in half, which makes it a quarter of an inch. Excuse me, 3/4 of an inch, because I didn't like how thick they were. But I'm tearing those down now, and I already matted the pictures because there's only two and there's a lot of colors. I thought it needed some white, kind of a place to rest your eyes. And so you see me do that. Excuse me. And I'm placing the photos down. And on the sketch, there's those three circles on the bottom. So I decided to, I have a paper circle punch. I want to say it's 2 3/4 inch. And I just punch out three pieces of white. And again, I didn't want to introduce a new color because I thought that was a lot of color already. And so I wanted something a little bit more softer. Now I knew one of those circles was going to hold some journaling, another one a title, which in this case is January month in review. And then I wanted another one to have just some kind of fun embellishments kind of thing. As I was working on this page, I remembered that I had I purchased a travel themed paper pack and embellishment packs from Tuesday Morning. If you have a Tuesday Morning near you, it is definitely worth going to check out their craft department, because you can usually get a pretty good deal and some fun embellishments. So after I put those pictures down, I do decide to center those circles across instead of keeping them all on one side. You saw me earlier kind of playing around with it. And I'm just hand drawing some lines that I'm going to be putting the journaling on. And one of my go-to moves is to outline either a page or, cardstock, whatever it is, with black pen. And it's so funny because I know that's my go-to. And for some reason, I never do it at first. I always end up doing it as an afterthought. So, when it already has embellishments or stickers or something, I'm kind of going around them to do the border. It's kind of silly, I know, but that's just my process, I guess. So right now I'm just going through those embellishments that I mentioned earlier. I want to say they are from Simple Stories. Oh, yeah, you could see that pack. Now, I really like that car right there, but the man and the woman in there do not represent my husband and his cousin going on a road trip. So I just cut those out. And I thought that was a good tip to mention, because you'll find that a lot where a part of an embellishment might work, but maybe not another part. So you decide not to use it because it's not a good fit. But really, just cut stuff out. Or, even if you don't like the embellishment, but you like the color of it, you can always punch shapes out of it. Use your products. It doesn't necessarily have to be used as it is, but get your money's worth, I guess. So I'm just kind of fiddling around with some of the little pieces, And looking in the back, I am looking for a sun, which I thought would perfect there, so you can see that, how fun that is. I still wanted to use some of those arrows, and you'll see me kind of play around with those too. But a lot of the adding embellishments and things are just kind of fiddling around, and whatever ends up looking good to you is perfect. Am I right? So, I'm going to be putting this information on my blog, which will be listed down below. And I'll also have the measurements of the cutout pieces and the place where I got the sketch. There is a new scrapbooking site called Scrapping the Day Away with Anne Marie, and she'll have lots of contests and games and sketches and just scrapbooking in general. And I think it's really worth checking out, especially if you're an avid scrapbooker, or if you're a new scrapbooker and you just want to get some inspiration. So I will have all that information on my blog, which is www.craftsinthecommandcenter.blogspot.com. Again, I'll have that listed below. So there in the middle is where I'm going to put my title, and a lot of times I'll cut letters using my Cricut, but there are some times where I just don't want to deal with it, so that's why I do still have some letter stickers. If you notice there, I needed an A. I did not have one on the sheet, but I used a V and turned it upside down, and then the slash, to make it an A is just part of an exclamation point. But I thought that was really cool, so I was able to use it, and it looks fine. And then I just use these little tiny letters from Tim Holtz, I want to say, the Ranger, and then spelled out month in review. I'm pretty sure I fast forward it so you don't see me do the entire thing. But I hope you get a chance to go over to my blog. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And if you're not already, you can hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're really adventurous, you can hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I load a new video. I do at least one a week, and they vary between scrapbooking, Cricut projects, which also sometimes include scrapbooking, card making. I have a junk journal, so a lot of mixed media stuff, but it's basically whatever crafts I'm doing in my craft room. My craft room is called the Command Center, so that's also my blog name, which I mentioned earlier. And I just like to have fun and try a lot of new things, and I hope you do too. I hope you like this video. Like I said, give me a thumbs up. And here's the finished product. Isn't that fun? I really like what I did with that car there, and I hope you do too. And oh, look at it, I'm not done. So I have these little, what do you call that, like liquid pearls, and I just decided to start putting them here, there, and everywhere. And it's just a little fun embellishment, not too over the top, but just a little something. And I always think that's kind of fun, just a little something. So I'll put those here and there, and that ends it. Bye. Hope you like it. Bye.